quick Bulgarian yogurt update. I haven't touched the stuff since the first time I had it. I don't know. It's like you don't always have a Bulgarian yogurt. You don't always have the wherewithal for Bulgarian yogurt. You know, it's like I wake up every day and I'm just like, okay, do I want to have a bowl of Bulgarian yogurt I don't really like, or do I just want to have a banana? You know, like I don't need to get out a bowl. I don't need to get out a spoon. It's like this is just sort of a self-encompassing quick situation, you know, and that's just kind of where I've been at. And, you know, I'm glad, you know, it's like, am I disappointed I haven't had more? Sure. But imagine if I never had any. Imagine if I just never cracked the seal and I never got the experience of Bulgarian yogurt. You know, it's like maybe you're just always paying for the experience. And I really think that's true. It's like, do I wish I had just loved it and that I would have wanted more? Sure. But, you know, now when when I'm reflecting back on August, you know, I'll be like, oh yeah. And I tried Bulgarian yogurt. You know, it's like I didn't not try Bulgarian yogurt. And that's just, right now, that's going to have to be enough. So yeah, for the millions asking about the Bulgarian yogurt update, there you have it. I guess like while we're out here confessing stuff, this is really hard for me to say, actually. I haven't really spoken about this to not even myself, really. Like, I made a comment to my boyfriend the other day, and he was like, I know. I mean, basically, we haven't been playing Wordle. Like, I don't know. It's maybe been like 3 weeks. Like, we did one. We popped back in. Like, I feel like we hadn't done it for a couple weeks, and then I was like, oh my God, we have to Wordle. And it was like the hardest word we've ever done. And it was just like, okay, this is not what I wanted from you tonight, Wordle. It's like we wanted just like, you know, fun, easy breezy, like challenging, but ultimately gettable. Like, and you just took us on a goddamn black diamond. Like, it's like, we haven't been here in a while. Like, why don't you just ease us in? And they were just like, it was more of a punishment. And honestly, I felt like I deserved it. Like, I have been Wordle's biggest advocate, biggest fan, biggest player. And I don't know. It's like, it's just, habits are so crazy in life. It's like, they're so easy to build, and just as easily, they are so easy to break. And it's like, you think Wordle, I mean, we've been Wordling for like a year and a half straight. So you're like, okay, that's built in, that's baked into the foundation. That's not going where. It's like everything is expendable. And it's so crazy. And it made me like almost stress about my Duolingo experience for a moment. Like, I was just like, Duolingo is like, I mean, Duolingo to me is, it's never going anywhere. It's just like, I do it first thing when I wake up. You know, sometimes maybe Wordle's tough because it's like me and my boyfriend have to do it. You know, it's like, do you have time? Do you have time? You know, it's like Duolingo, it's like, it's just me. So I know I can always do it. But it did make me think, because it's like my Wordle streak was so strong. I was like, wow, I'm just I'm just assuming I'm going to do Duolingo for the rest of my life. And it really just made me check myself. So I don't know. It's like, do I miss Wordle? Yes. Do I miss it enough? I'm not sure. Like, I guess it's just getting back into the mix that's hard. It's like, I don't know. I kind of feel like a basketball team right now that's down like 40. And you're like, I don't know. Like, are we really going to get back in this thing? I mean, I'm sure NBA players always know there's a chance, but if it were me, and this is something I'm trying to work on, I'd be like, are we really going to catch up? Like, so to me, I'm like, wow, I don't remember. I mean, besides the one really tough one we did like a couple weeks ago, I don't remember the last time like we've consistently Wordled. So in my head right now, I'm just like, is it even possible? But I think like a basketball team, it's like, if we could put together a little 8-point run, a little 8-day run, get some stops, then I think it's like we're right back in this thing. So I'm really glad to just get that off my chest. And yeah, I guess it's just really about changes. Like life is always changing, and anything, you can never take anything for granted. It's like, okay, let's say we never Wordle again. It's like, okay, then let's appreciate the year and a half we spent Wordling. All right, I'm taking it too far. It's the 3-year anniversary of the podcast. I always look at my archive Instagram stories or posts, and it was like 3 years ago today I posted about this podcast, and I was like, wait, what? Like, that doesn't even seem real. I am horrified to think about the things I've said on here. Just know that I'm liable to change my mind at any given moment about anything. So don't be like, well, you said this. It's like, listen, I said that in the moment, and I've never felt the same about it again. But okay, we don't need to dwell on negative things. Overall, it's been such a positive experience, and I'm really proud of it. And I think it's really fun. And I just can't believe for 3 years worth of podcast episodes, like I've just done that, you know? So, I mean, and it would be nothing. I know it's cliche, but like without people listening. So thank you everyone who listens and supports and subscribes, rate, reviews. Like, that is just priceless. And, you know, I have a Patreon. I haven't been quite active on it, but it's really just more to support. It's like, if you've listened to this podcast for 3 years, it's like, you know, I don't know. It's just kind of to support me and like my general well-being and like just ability to like function with GarageBand every week. But I appreciate everyone who supports in any way, sharing it, getting the word out. Okay, I really hate starting with this just like business and technicalities. Like, we need to move on. I don't know if I'm ready to talk about Taylor Swift. Like, I just don't know that I'm ready to talk about it. It was 1 week ago. It seems like 15 lifetimes ago. Like, I'm like, did I even go? I don't know. I guess I was there. I don't know that I'm ready to get into it right now. I don't know that I have that much to get into. On the way there, we were driving. Well, whatever. Recently, I was exposed to Spotify with commercials, and it was actually a sickening experience. And listen, this is a personal thing. It's like, there are some things I would pay for that other people wouldn't. There are some things people would pay for that I'm like, yeah, I would never pay for that. I mean, even Duolingo. I think I've talked about this, but I'm actually thinking about it. My friend Josh was like, maybe he felt the same way, but he was like, it's such a game changer to just not have the ads. I don't know, the ads don't really bother me. It's like they do it at the end of a lesson, and it's just like, you know what? I need a minute. Like, I need to sip my lemon water. Like, I need to process what I just learned. Like, I'm not necessarily ready to just like dive into the next lesson, you know? And they're really short, and it keeps the stakes high. It's like you don't have unlimited hearts. It's like, you fuck up, you're going to pay for it. There's consequences. Like, I feel like it makes me think harder, work harder. But, you know, I'm sure it would be nice to not have it. I'm sure I would get used to it real fast. But Spotify, not paying for Spotify and having the ads, like, that is, I would give up eating for a week to pay for my Spotify. And maybe it's not about money. People are just like, yeah, I don't really care that much. I just like, music is sort of all there is, you know, music and basketball. That's it. Those are the only things I really recognize. But it's like, you're listening to music, you're vibing, and then you're just like feeling so good, feeling a certain way. And then it's just like Clorox. I don't know why I thought of Clorox as a commercial. I don't know. It's just like the interruption, the change of vibes, the change of tones, just like crashing you back to reality. Like, there's nothing I escape more into than music. Like, music is everything. And then it's just like to have a jarring commercial interrupted. It's like, I would pay $100 a month to not have commercials. And it was just like, I couldn't stand it. And then you're just always living in fear of the commercial. You're like, because they don't do it after every song. They do it after maybe 2, 3, 4. I don't know. Like, it's unpredictable. And that maybe they'll do it after 4, but then they'll play one song and then they'll do another commercial. Like, I was truly living in fear for an entire car ride. Like, I was just like, well, I don't want to get too caught up in this music because I know I'm just going to be absolutely inundated with, like, you know, a pitch, a voice I don't want to hear, about a product I don't give a fuck about. Like, I'm not trying to hear words right now that aren't in a melody. So that was honestly really disturbing to me. And, you know, maybe it makes me really, you know, because always at the end of the month when I get charged for 40 things, I'm like, okay, do I really need all this, you know? And side note, I think I'm going to cancel my Netflix. I don't know. Is that a bad move? I feel like I just never watch Netflix. I know there's a new Great British Bake Off, but I don't think it's with contestants. I think it's with like past winners. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know that that's like enticing me as much. Maybe I'll watch that. How about I watch that this month and then I'll cancel it for September? Like, I just truly never watch Netflix. And it's just like, once basketball starts, I'm never going to. So, yeah. But, yeah. Welcome to 127. Did I say that? 127. And it feels like heaven. Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh. Like, we had our kitchen sink reglazed the other week. I mean, the ripple effects that had were absolutely unbelievable, unprecedented. Like, you know, the building manager was like, yeah, I was like, you should, you know, after they do it, be out of the apartment for a few hours, like the fumes, whatever. So it's complicated. It was my mom's yard sale the next day. So I was like, I'm actually just going to sleep at my dad's house with Helena, and like, because my mom and my dad live really close. So I was like, because I had to be at my mom's at like 6:30 in the morning, which I didn't get there at 6:30, but it was a nice thought. But so I was like, okay, well, we can't be there anyways. Like, I'll just take Helena's to my dad's house, whatever. So I'm thinking, like, when I finally came back Saturday night after the yard sale, I'm like, all right, we're good to go, right? And then, like, we got a text, and it's like, okay, don't put anything in your sink for, like, another 3 days. Don't run the water. And we were just like, wait, what? Wait, why am I telling this story? Oh, right. Okay. So, yeah, for 4 days, we, like, didn't use our kitchen sink, didn't put any dishes in it. We were just, like, mostly eating out. Like, it was just a whole freaking thing. I didn't need to take it back this far, I'll say that. But it just sort of has nothing to do with, like, I thought it had something to do with it, but it really just doesn't. So one day last week, I was going to finish recording a song, a cover of a song, that I'll actually play after this because it's a nice segue. And oh yeah, I was so hungry, and the sink was okay to use. Like, I think it was the first day where I was like, yeah, you can use it, but I was just like still kind of, I don't know, like it was just foreign to me, and I was like, I don't want to make eggs here. I'm just going to get egg bites from Starbucks. And I wanted to go to this one that I had previously gone to get a chocolate croissant. It's sort of like cute and like just sort of different, but it wasn't really on my way. So I just ended up going to this one that is like so random. I think the only time I've ever been there before is the morning before my boyfriend and I went to Disneyland in September 2019. Like, that's my memory of it. Like, we were like, okay, like, this is on the way. I guess we'll go here. So I randomly went there, and I go in, and it was actually so nice. Like, no one was in there. And I ordered my egg bites from this girl who's the cashier. When I'm telling you, no one on earth has ever had a better attitude than her. Like, I now understand when people are like her smile, like I wasn't in a bad mood by any stretch, but I wasn't in a mood she was in. Like I was just like normal. Like I was like, okay, I'm a little stressed. I'm running a bit late. I feel like I never hear a plane. And then the moment I sit down to do this podcast, there's like 14 fighter jets above me. Is that possible? Okay, so this girl, she is just like, her smile is just undeniable. Like, I actually feel my mouth like fighting a smile, and then it's like, I can't fight it anymore. It's like, I'm looking at her smiling, and I just can't help but smile myself. And we just had like the most uplifting back and forth. And like, I just said to her, I was like, you have the best attitude. And she was like, thank you. And I was like, you're fucking welcome. Like, thank you. I don't know. It was just kind of crazy. And then I looked at her name tag, and I believe her name was Colin, but it was spelled like Collyn. I was just like, of course it is. Of course your name's Colin, and of course this is how you spell it. And like, where did you come from? Because I don't think it's Earth. She was just on another freaking level. It just really stood out to me. Like, I'm honestly still thinking about it because I pass that Starbucks a lot to like go home or go somewhere. And it's like, I just feel like now I'm always going to associate that Starbucks with her and her just absolutely award-winning smile and personality. And I'm just like, yeah, that's a great employee right there. You should give her a raise. You should put her in charge of the whole freaking company, perhaps. Anyways, all right, I'm not ready to play my song. I went out to pizza this weekend. When does anyone ever do that? I don't know. It was so fun. Went out for pizza, and it got me thinking about, drumroll please, pizza. Because I feel like people are just always talking about deep dish. You know, they're just like, oh my God, deep dish, like Chicago, deep dish. And it's like, we've just been sort of conditioned to believe that deep dish is like so superior, so this, so that. And listen, I probably haven't had enough deep dish. I've had some. It was good. I just like don't know that it needs to be the phenomenon that it is. It's like, I feel like we're just brainwashed to think it's like the ultimate pizza. And I'm like, listen, I don't even think of it as pizza. And it's like, if I had a choice between deep dish and not deep dish, I'm taking not deep dish every time. And I don't even know if this is a safe space to be saying all this. Like, I feel like people really try to sell you on deep dish. They're like, you don't understand. And it's like, no, I do. Like, it's like, it's a lot of cheese and bread. And they're like, no, you don't even fucking understand. And it's like, no, I do understand. Like, they just like paint it out to be so exotic. And it's like, listen, when you really break it down, it's just an exaggerated amount of things in regular pizza. Like, that's it. And if you love it, that's fine. But let's call a spade a spade. I don't know. Like, I feel like people are just like, yeah, like you will feel so ill. Like, you won't be able to breathe afterwards. But that's just like part of the charm. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's like something I'm choosing for myself. But I guess I'm glad it's an option. I guess I'm glad it's out there. I just really had that realization the other night. And I went out to pizza, and it was a last minute thing. Got home from a hike. I had like truly 10 minutes to shower and get ready. Couldn't wash my hair. Needed to. So then I was just like, oh my God, like, and my boyfriend and I were just walking over from our place because it was that close. And it's like, this is my dream. It's like a warm summer night. We're casually strolling over to dinner. And so I was like, oh my God, what should I wear? Like, you know, and I had a pretty good idea, and I did only change a couple times, but like, you know, my boyfriend's like, it's okay. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be like the best outfit ever. And I'm like, no, the thing is like, it kind of does, because it's like, for me personally, dinner is what I buy clothes for. If I'm ever buying anything, I'll be like, this will be cute for like a dinner. You know, like that is what I imagine when I buy clothes. So it's just like the moment came and I was like, holy shit. It's like, this is what we do it for. This is what we play for. Like it was a game 7 of the finals. It's like, this is what we've worked so hard for. And it's like, you know, you just want the perfect blend of like casual, chill, but also, oh, what's that top? You know, like it's just a little bit of everything. I don't know if anyone can relate to that. Oh my God. You know what? Let's listen to the song.
I call you when I need you and my heart's on fire. You come to me wild and wild. You come to me, give me everything I need. Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. You speak the language of love like you know what it means. And it can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong, babe. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met. And I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. Tear us apart. But baby, I would rather be dead. In your heart I see the stars of every night and every day. In your eyes I get lost, I get washed away. Just as long as I'm here in your arms, I could be in no better place. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met. And I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. Tear us apart. Baby, I would rather be dead. Each time you leave me, I start losing control. Like you're walking away with my heart and my soul. I can feel you, baby, even when I'm alone. Baby, don't let go. 'Cause you're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met. And I'm stuck on your heart, babe. I hang on every word you say. It tears us apart. But baby, I would rather be dead. Each time you leave me, I start losing control. Like you walking away with my heart and my soul. Ooh, you're the best, better than all the rest. Ooh, you're the best.
Okay, so that is actually a cover of a cover of a cover. I don't know if anyone watched Schitt's Creek, but David's boyfriend sings him that song, and then I always love covers. So then I found a different version on Spotify, and then this was sort of my interpretation of that, and it's just for fun. Yeah, but so I've been making songs with my friend Peter for like truly like 15 years, and I have some originals and they're all on my website. But yeah, we hadn't made a song in a while, and I truly emailed him in November. I was like, and I remember in November being like, well, I don't know if I should email him about it. Like, I wouldn't be able to record for the next few weeks. And then it's like, you know, would we even record? When would be the soonest we could record? But I was like, you know what, just throw it out there. It's like, you'll figure it out. From November, we just recorded in August. Like, for months, we were like, okay, like, does this work? Does this work? Like, it was crazy. But yeah, we were finally able to do it, and I really love it, and I think it's like really cute, but whatever. So like one of my neighbors had a garage sale or yard sale the other day, and they weren't present at it. Like, they didn't host it. They had all their stuff out on the lawn, and they just simply weren't there. I realized later, had like a piece of paper with a QR code that was like donations for gas money. And it's like, okay, wow, like you're getting a QR code involved here. Like, that's crazy. And it's also like donations for gas money. It's like, we don't need to know what it's for. It's like, no one's like, wait, what do you want money for? It's like, yeah, you can't do anything without money. It's like, I assume you need it for something, you know, like we don't need all the details, but yeah, like these bitches just weren't even there. And it just made the stuff seem so invaluable. It's like, okay, it's not even worth enough for you to stand out here. Like, that makes me not even interested in it at all. And I did not see one person even glance at the stuff at this yard sale. Oh, and then that was the night we went out to pizza dinner and we walked home. It was like 10:30 and the stuff was still out. I don't know if this is translating. It's just like, it was so weird to see all this stuff and it's like a QR code assigned. And it's like, where are you guys? Like, are you in your house? Are you in Vermont? Like, where on earth are you? It's like, I'm just assuming they're close by. But at the same time, they could have gone to the beach all day. Like, it was just had the weirdest feeling surrounding it. And I'm so glad it's over. Taylor Swift was really good. It was really good. It was really fun. It was really good. It was really fun. Like, am I happy I went? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, like, it's, I don't know. I think like we just put too much on things, or maybe I do. Like, before I'm talking like, it's going to change my life. It's going to change my life. It's like, did it improve my life? Did it make my life fun that night? Yeah. I don't know if it changed my life. Like, it was cool, but it's also like lessons we learn from things don't always kick in immediately. So like, I feel like there were definitely lessons learned. Like, her voice is incredible. She played like a surprise song that was one of my favorite songs, Exile. She played it on piano, so that was so cool. And it was cool to see, like, you know, like these little girls freaking out. And then there's also just like a balance of, you know, I took a few videos, but like I really just thought of the picture of Phil Knight, founder and creator of Nike, whose book I read, Shoe Dog, a few months ago. And there was this picture of him sitting in the stands. I mean, probably courtside, but there's this picture of him sitting in the stands when LeBron hit the shot to break the all-time scoring record. And there's this really palpable photo of him. I probably already talked about this, where everyone around him has their phone out, taking a video, a picture. I mean, I imagine a video. Every single person has their phone up but him, and he's just sitting there being present, and it's hard to unsee that. And so it's like, yeah, am I tempted to want the video? It's like, sure, but it's in reality, am I ever really gonna look at these videos? No. So, you know, if there was like a snippet of my favorite song, like maybe I took 5 videos total, a 3.5 hour concert. And I was just like, I really just want to listen. Like, I really don't want to like look through the lens of my phone. Like, I just want to be here. And it's just so many people are just, I mean, they're filming the entire thing. And it's just like, I don't know. Sometimes you see people do things and it makes you realize that you don't want to do that. So I'm not judging them. I get it. I've been that person before, just at this place in my life in this moment. I'm like, I don't want to take 5,000 videos of this. Like, I just want to listen and be here. And people really made it out to seem like it was going to be World War III. Like, they were like, how are you getting there? Where are you parking? It's going to take you 14 hours to get out. And listen, that was maybe the case when they went. I mean, we could not have gotten out faster. Like, I was like pretty much packed a tent. Like, I was like, are we going to be here all night? Like, I don't know. And it just wasn't like that. Oh my God, my freaking computer is going to die. Are you joking me? 1111, make a wish. I really don't want to get my charger. That hurts. I mean, I guess my hands are tied. Hold on. And we're back, and it's just like, I was pretty much going to wrap this up anyways. So it's like, wow, I just really took this break, did all that just to like say bye, but whatever. Yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. Please subscribe, rate, review. If you have an interlude to submit, submissions are always open. And you can email those to composedpod@gmail.com, patreon.com/ChaseBernstein. Thank you guys so much for coming to episode 127, and see you next week. Bye.